in the gym, number one thing is just try and be consistent and don't be reckless. So like, don't just try and come in and do heavyweight when you first start, because I know a lot of people when they first come like, oh, how much you bench, like, just forget about that.
Right, Ramal, so you're ready to train. It's almost like 12 months, a whole year.
No, it's Christmas Eve.
It's basically a year now. How do you feel about a year of gains so far?
Decent. I fell off a bit. I fell off like the last 4 months.
What we're going to do, people, is a quick session. So I ideally only really want to do abs, but because Ramal's here as well, I'm going to do like push day, but I'm going to have a main focus on doing abs as well. And also I'm going to have Ramal kind of talk about some of the tips he has for any of you looking to start the gym. We know January is always a busy month, so I'm going to talk about him specifically, what he's felt over the last like a year. It's like 11 months and like, what's that, how many days would that be?
20.
Yeah, 27 days. Alright, Pete, so what we're going to do now is run through some questions for beginners on how to build muscles from Ramal's opinion, so it's not like me just giving you advice like I normally do. So it's more or less quizzing you about the last, like, basically, I'm going to say a year now, it's basically a year. So basically, the number one question is, how have you found your first year of training?
It's been fine, but I could have been a bit more consistent. So for example, like, let's say you come home and it's raining, something like, I'll just leave it. I'll be like, leave it. The thing is, when I do that, then I won't end up going on Friday, then that's a week gone. And once you've stopped going, like, it's harder to carry on if you like.
He was cool with lifting 32 kg, and the second set he started to fail. And tell him what you think that is.
Because since I haven't been consistent in the gym lately, and especially since if I've been going once a week, I've been doing like a chest session once every like 3 weeks. So because of that, my gains kind of dropped a bit. But the thing is, most people that demotivates you and then you start going. But yeah, I just kind of push through, and then you should basically go back to normal. So if you have to drop the weight, it's better to come and drop the weight rather than not come at all, because then when you want to come back, you'll be way lower.
For those of you that always say like when you're sick or you can't train for a while, what do you do when you go out to the gym? Don't try and go back into your regular routine, because chances are you won't be able to lift it, and if you do try and push it, strain it, you may injure yourself, so just take it easy. So when I'm sick or come back off holiday or some of those scenarios, I always drop the weight. Even if I want to stick to my push-pull legs routine, I'll drop the weight. But typically, if I haven't trained in a long period of time, for the first week of me being properly active, I'll do a full body routine, light on everything, just to get those muscles primed, to get the DOMs out of the way. Like Ramal's going to find tomorrow he's going to wake up, his whole upper body's going to be so sore because he hasn't trained properly with short rest times when you train with someone else in a good while. So yeah, remember that. Back to gains. Next question is, how often do you actually train now, like currently?
Now. Once a week, maybe. I'm going to try and get...
And how long have you been doing only once a week?
Like the last 3 months.
So basically, you've only had like proper 9 to 10 months of
so before that,
training.
everything was fine, like progression, everything was fine. It's only just the last few months, that's because I've had more vision to do.
Right, people, it's another variation. Stand backwards, you can actually stand in the same spot. Somewhat there, and now just aim as if you're pulling it to your waist. Yeah, that, but cross your hands. Yeah. So the idea is you can literally start, I'm almost in line with the machine. All we're meant to do is squeeze our chest and just like feel it percolate. Up until like the last 3 months, what was your actual routine? Like, what would you do in the gym?
So it was basically chest and triceps on a Tuesday, Friday like back and shoulders, and Sunday like legs and abs.
Wobble. During this period of time, this whole year, what have you done? Have you cut? Have you bulked? Or you just maintain your diet, just try and eat good?
It's just been maintenance.
He hasn't tracked his calories specifically,
yeah.
But most of all, it's like he hasn't been cutting. Too many beginners, even to this day, even though a year ago we had this exact video eventually, and I said too many of you keep talking about you want to cut and get shredded abs for like 3 weeks time or a month's time or even 6 months time. If you're already thin, you ain't gonna have abs, you're gonna have some rib cage and bones, you know what I mean? You're not gonna look how you think you're gonna look.
Like, even how I am now, like, it wouldn't make sense to cook properly. Like,
exactly, like it's still building the foundation,
yeah.
And there's some people looking at you that like are teenage thinking, oh damn, I would love to be in that shape, which is a good aspiration, but he's not in a frame now where he could cut down and look shredded. Like people have sent me pictures of people here, look way off from you, like don't look as good as you, but they'll send me a picture like Christian Guzman and say, I want to look like that in the next year, what can I do? I'm like, in a year?
He's not been training for like how long? Like,
he's been training longer than me. He's been training like 8-something years. Alright, so right now what I'm going to do is show you some of my favourite ab exercises. I don't do this one frequent, but it is a really, really good exercise. I don't do that in Emporium much because their decline one, it's a little bit shaky, I'm scared I'm going to fall off it. So usually when I go to Emporium gym, I stick to my hanging leg raises because they're really good for the core as well, but this one's really good for the obliques. I'm going to do like an oblique twist, decline with a plate. So make sure you fasten your feet in. One time I did this, I forgot to put my foot all the way in and went back, and I basically just rolled all the way off the machine. So the aim is to do 30 reps in total, so you basically do 50 on either side, so it's much easier if you just count 1, 2, 3, and when you get to 30 stop. I normally try and do 4 sets of this, and I also have other alternatives, I'll just quickly show you now, so Ramal can remember as well. So another one is, after that is 1, 2, and then this one is more the actual abs rather than the obliques. Yeah, so yeah, there's a good period when I was doing this non-stop for like 2-3 months, and I did see an improvement when I was leaner. Obviously, this isn't going to burn belly fat. All this does is help build your muscles in your core area to like get rid of the belly fat. That's calorie deficit. There's no magic exercise or apple cider vinegar that will do that for you. Remember that. Well, how do you eat right now?
So just be home cooked food. So Sunday, mum will cook food. So that's just chicken, rice, potatoes, vegetables, that kind of thing. Then in the week, I'll normally try and cook my own food. So like pasta and chicken. What else?
Try to talk a little bit louder.
Oh yeah. Have fish here and there when I can. I don't really eat fish as much because it makes breast stink. But
how does your core feel?
So right now, but I know by next set it's gonna be kicking.
By the way, that is my spare backup tank. I said to him, right, you have to get the delts out to let people know what's going on. So I got my backup tank out of my bag and donated it so you can see the gains. I'm gonna go a little bit heavier. On that bitch. That one felt heavier. I could do that in my... Actually no, I used to do 15s. That's why it's heavier. I think it might feel so much heavier. Like if you're someone that's got like a a tight back. Do you hear any clicks? When I was doing it, I could feel my lower back clicking. Sometimes I get pains.
You put a thing on your neck and click your back.
Yeah, basically, like.
Yeah, they get loads of views.
Yeah, so I can feel my lower spine just clicking in a good way. Try and lean back a little bit more. Yeah. These aspects where he's failing in, which is in terms of actually getting himself to the gym more often, but he's only been going 3 times a week maximum, and over the last 3 months he hasn't even managed to go more than once a week. The main thing that allows him to look somewhat still fairly lean is your diet.
That's the main thing, just kind of home cooked food, because too many people eat takeaway and like they go, oh, it's KFC though, it's still got protein but it's chicken. That's like,
some guy was trying to debate that with me the other day about fried chicken wings. I thought it was a joke. That's how I responded back to him, like it's a joke. And I went, well, chicken wings in general have low protein.
And then fried as well. Like,
exactly.
If it was like breast at least.
That's literally what I said to him. The exact quote was, I'm sorry, but no. Like, you can't expect to gain bare mass and have like a clean diet if you're eating mainly chicken wings. Like, even if you cooked it yourself, let alone it being takeaway food. Like, chicken wings only have, if I remember correctly, 12 to 16 grams of protein, and that's not including the extra fat that a wing has in comparison to an actual breast, you know what I mean? So it's things like that you gotta kind of remember. Just finishing off on the abs. What I want to say is, any final tips you've got for the beginners out that's going to start in January?
Okay, for in the gym, number one thing, you just try and be consistent and don't be reckless. So like, don't just try and come in and do heavyweight when you first start, because I know a lot of people when they first come like, oh, how much you bench, like, just forget about that. Unless you're trying to be a powerlifter, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Like, it feels nice, I guess, to know you've gotten stronger, but you don't compare yourself to other people, and just work on your diet a bit. Like, less takeaway and just kind of high protein foods and stuff. And like, you don't have to take supplements and stuff, because people always ask me like, oh
yeah, you still don't take supplements.
People keep asking me about powders and stuff, and like,
and that's because you just need it. It's not even a case of cost. Like, I have access to many supplements. I'm sponsored by MyPro. If you need it, I'm gonna get it in. But because I know he doesn't need it at this stage, I'm not offering it. But yeah, moral of the story is, focus on your diet. You can't out-train a bad, shitty diet. Learn to cook your food. Stop blaming your mom. Stop blaming your girlfriend. Don't compare yourself to your friends. Give you some quick highlights quickly before the camera runs out. Also, you don't have to train crazy times. He's trained max 3 times a week and he's still seeing progress. You don't have to train every single day. Don't try and constantly say that the results we get out here is purely because we're black and it's black genetics. I don't care if you're white, Indian, Chinese, Korean, Czechoslovakian or whatever. At the end of the day, yeah, we can all make results if you improve your diet. You know, whether someone else can maybe able to gain a little bit faster, a little bit better. What's the fuck that gotta do with you? At the end of the day, you gotta make results the way you have to make results. You know what I mean? Even if you're the worst ectomorph type person, it's hard to gain weight. If you eat a lot of calories and you put in the work, you will definitely grow. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If so, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more Team Gains episodes, be sure to comment down below if you want me to get Ramel more frequent. Alright people, see you in a bit.